everybody.
Good morning.
I believe that one of the first things I want to say this morning is that you guys are looking good and you're looking smashing. I want you to turn to the person next to you and just say, you're looking good. I may not know your name. I may not know your name. Tell the person I may not know your name. But there's something about you that makes you real good. So can I name you looking good? So can I name you looking good? Can I name you looking good? Okay, whatever the case is. Can you just give yourselves a round of applause? I think it's one important thing, to get an invitation to be here or, to apply for something like this. It's another for you to come. It takes a lot of attitude to be here. So I'm from Gemstone. How many people have heard of Fela Durotoye? A few people? Okay, so Fela Durotoye sent his greetings. Fela Durotoye is Nigeria's nation builder, and he's on a quest to raise people who all over the world who will build Nigeria. And God gave him a vision that by December 31st, 2025, Nigeria is going to be the world's most desirable place to live. How many people believe that? Okay, thank you. Before I go on, very quickly, okay, just 1 minute. Now, how many people were forced to come here to be honest? I need more hands. I think you didn't really want to come. So I said, no, you have to do it. How many people didn't really want to come here today? Were forced kind of. No, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I need more hands. Yesterday we had more hands. How many people? Thank you. Be honest. Thank you. A lot of people, just feel me. There are other things you could have been doing. Probably sleeping, watching a movie. Okay. All right. So we're going to be on a tour for the next few minutes. It might take a while. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a fast track and it's going to be smooth. So I'm here with somebody. Her name is Fame Folo. I don't know if she's at the back there. Fame, can you just wave? She also came with me on this quest. We are both transformational leaders in our capacity. We're going to be talking about that very quickly. My name is Tony Olumide. I'm representing Gemstone on to speak on the vision of national transformation. I hope you know that's why we're here. Do we all know why we're here this morning and why we're here? Okay, so we'll be doing this together. It has to be very interactive. I want it to be as interactive as possible. I know when it comes to talking about Nigeria, there's that mood it puts you in, like, God have this. When you mention Nigeria, it's like a prayer. Yeah, somebody say yes. So, especially when things are not really looking like it's meant to be. All right, so we're not going to take Nigeria as that prayer points. Let me put it, Nigeria is not a prayer point, it's a place. And it's not just a place, it's about people. It's about you and I. Okay, and how many people believe that Nigeria is going to change someday, starting from today? Yes, because your decision today will matter a lot. All right, so very quickly, let's do a nation game. Okay? Now, we're going to do this together very quickly. How many animals, we're going to name how many animals we can see here. Animals. Okay? I remember that it's either 4, 7, 8, or 12. It has to be one of those numbers. Okay, so you are going to tell me, I'm going to give you this pointer. You just point to me. You name the animal and tell me how many animals you can see. Clearly see and define. Okay, so who wants to try? Okay, you want to try. So you tell us how many animals, you name the animals and point at them. Okay. You just press the middle button. Yes. So the right side comes out. Okay. 7. Okay. So an elephant. A dolphin. A horse. A seahorse.
A dog.
Dog.
A cat.
Cat.
And
That's a mouse. Okay, is she correct? Is she correct? As somebody has seen something different. Another animal. Okay, somebody has seen something. Okay, so you tell us what in addition to what she's saying.
There is a
How many more? One more. Okay, so what's that's a fish, right? Okay, so you can see something. This is a fish. What kind of fish? A tilapia. Okay. Somebody has seen something different. So the highest we've seen now is 8. Do we all agree with 8? Somebody has to see something different. Okay. Are you sure there's nothing different here? Can you see? Now let me ask you a question. This is a dolphin, right? Well, does a dolphin have this kind of tail? And this looks like a shark. But a shark has that. The shark has this. You want to tell me that the shark doesn't have this? The shark has this. Yes, but of course when you superimpose two animals on each other, one will bring out arm. And that's the shark's arm, right? Somebody said one day that he said this looks like an earthworm. Yeah, but you know, if an earthworm is also there, you know, we can just say it's an earthworm. So that's 10 already. Now, can you see something here, standing here? The shape of an owl. An owl. No, you know, like the horse is cut, like it's cut into the black. So the same way that the owl is standing this way, cut in. Can you see the shape? Like an owl. Now, that's how many? 11, right? And somebody now said something one day. That a horse that has a horn is called what? Unicorn. So can we clap ourselves? Alright, thank you. So we all seen 12 of those animals. Very quickly. So what can you see? A young woman or an old lady? Okay, so if it's a young woman you can see. Point at a young woman. Who is going to help us with this? I want someone. Okay, you've not done it. You think so? Help us with this. Point, tell us if it's a young woman or an old lady. Both? Yeah. Wait, have you seen this before? Yeah. Okay, I'll come back to you. You're going to do the explanation. Who can see a young lady? Who can see an old woman? Very quickly. No, you have to be a young lady to see a young lady. What are you looking for? You see someone like you there. Okay. Anybody? You can see a man?
No.
Who can see something? You can see anything you can see. Just let me know. What are you seeing? No. Okay.
I can see a young lady.
Where is she? Where's her face?
Her face is it's right there.
Where?
There.
Okay, but what's that?
A young lady.
What's that part of her body?
Her hair.
Okay, where's her face?
Her face is down.
Her face is somewhere there. Okay, you're pointing at somewhere else.
Yeah,
there.
pointing at her head.
Okay, so that's her face, right? Who can see that face of a young lady? Can someone see an old woman? An old woman? Quickly? An old woman? An old woman? Anybody? Old woman? Old woman? Yeah, I know, I'm coming back to you. Old woman? Okay, let's give her. Okay, so show us the old woman. What's your name? Angela. Okay. Sorry, I would like us to, just say my name.
This is the old man. This is her nose, her eyes, her mouth,
And her jaw.
her
Okay, Angela, you have to make it clear because everybody's like, what?
Like, this is her eye, yeah, and her nose. Yeah, and this is her mouth.
Okay, okay, so let's read this here. Somebody has seen it. No, Angela cannot just be forming up something. Somebody has seen it. You've seen it. Okay, so Angela, save Angela.
What you have to do is tilt your head to the left.
To the left. So everybody tilt your head to the left.
Then you see her mouth is open.
Her mouth is open.
Yeah-ish. And then the nose.
The left knee. I don't. Okay, everybody tilt your head to the right. Let's see if it will work. So everybody tilting your head to the right. Can you so point again?
That's supposed to be her mouth. So if you
That's the nose. Then the mouth.
Yeah.
you see her mouth is like open.
And then that's like a scarf.
No, you've not seen it yet. Okay, okay, let's not waste time. Let me show you very quickly. Now, let's pin this picture together. Are we ready? Alright, so this is the young lady. Okay, this is her nose. These are eyelashes, right? This is her ear, this is her jaw. Now, zoom out. And they say, do this or do this or do this. Whatever you're going to do. Just take your eyes off. Okay, let me do this. I take you back here. Don't create a picture in your mind. The first thing you look at, don't create it, don't see that young lady. Have you seen her?
Yes.
Now, so this is the older, this is her mouth, this is like a muffler or something around her shoulder. Can you see this? Oh, sorry. Oops. See her like a muffler? The black is like a muffler. Getting to this point. Then this is her jaw, this is her mouth open, this is her big nose. This is her big nose. This is her hair. And she's putting up some white scarf. So her mouth is like. Can you see? Yeah, Eureka! Somebody is saying something. Alright, so her mouth is just like. That's it. Open mouth and nose. And this is her hair. And this like wool muffler or something around her shoulders. Alright, so has anybody seen it? Has anybody seen it? We're living here now. Has anybody seen it? Oh my. Okay. Are we good? Are we good?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Okay, are we good? Can you guys see at the back? Make sure you don't change your seat position. You're fine. If you can bring this, you can bring your chair. You don't mind. Are you fine? Okay, so that's another position that you can. Okay. Alright, so are we good? Alright, so now the lesson from this is what you see. What you see really is the reality of what you want to see. Could be different from what other people see. But if you look closely, you all see the same thing, right? Are we together on this? Alright, so very quickly. So gemstone. Gemstone means a generation. Can we say that together? A generation. That is empowered, motivated, stirred to operate with natural excellence. So we believe in a generation that is stirred, okay, empowered, motivated, stirred to operate with natural excellence. So that is the kind of generation we're trying to build, and I know that we're going to be frontiers in that. Okay, so let's go on quickly. So why are we here? Does anybody know why we're here? Just very quickly. Why are we here? Why are we here? Yes, please.
Because some people
Bumi, right? Okay.
some people are going abroad to school and we want to get them more involved with God and the Holy Spirit.
Okay. Okay, that's a dimension. Okay, so why are we here? Any other person has? Okay, please. What's your name? You can say.
Basically, to inspire generational change, seeing as we are the leaders of tomorrow.
Okay.
And to explain some certain concepts, despite where you are, which you will regurgitate wherever you are.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm coming. Just applaud him. I think it helps to bring everything together. And does anybody else have like an opinion or something different from what they have said about why we're here today? Anybody? Okay, I'll start. Then I'll take you. Okay.
So like
Continue, please.
possibly
Okay.
to like inform people about the Vision 2025 vision and like to empower young people to be like the change Nigeria needs.
Okay. So what's the 2025 dream?
That Nigeria will be the most desirable place to live in.
By then, do you believe in it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. So I saw this hand. Any other hand here? You want to say something? Okay.
I think to find out who we are and what we are supposed to do to make that change individually.
Individually. Cool. All right. So yeah.
I would personally say because people have that kind of attitude where they've given up and given up hope. So I think you're trying to kind of, how do you say, give people that kind of hope and kind of inspire people that there's actually hope in this country. Because our generation feels, that's why people feel like, well, educational system is bad, so we're going out. Health system is bad, we're going out. But you guys are coming to tell us that there's still hope in our country and we shouldn't give up.
You shouldn't go out.
You should go out.
Okay, so just okay. Thank you very much. That hits the nail on the head. So we're all on the same page. We're on the same flight, and we're going to the same destination, right? Okay. Very quickly. This is where we are right now. Okay. Where are we now? We're here. Okay. This is where we're going. Up here. And how do we get there? How do we get from here to here? We need to pass through where? Here. Okay, so at the end of this whole experience, not just a training or experience, you should be up here. You should be at the top of your game. You should know why you need to go up there. Alright, so you have to remember that this is where you are probably. You're feeling about life, about Nigeria, about they can probably, okay, my children probably change it. Okay, so this is where we're going and this is how to get there. So this process of getting there is what I'm going to take you through in a couple of minutes. Okay, are we ready for this? Okay, so moment of truth. Mention those things that don't work in Nigeria very quickly. I need everybody to contribute. What are the things? Okay, echo. Yeah, let me hear. Electricity. Yeah. Sorry. Transportation. Sorry.
Poor infrastructure.
Poor infrastructure. Health. Sorry. Government.
The economy.
The economy. Okay. Security. Water. Good water. Lagos has so much water, but can we drink it? Good water. Okay, yeah.
Communication.
Sorry?
Communication.
Communication. I was trying to use the internet there and I just saw on my modem no network. What's that? Alright, so yeah, what else? Anybody? Nobody said anything about policemen. Do you like how they harass you? Securities. Corruption. I met a Canadian woman, a professor from Canada, and we were talking, and she said something. She said, you know, the identity Nigeria has in Canada is that every Nigerian is kind of seen as someone who's corrupt. It's an identity. She said that's the first thing that came to her mind when she was coming to Nigeria. All those guys are corrupt. So corruption, in fact, Nigeria is graded as the second most corrupt country in the world. After India. Number 2 should be number 1.
We're the 10 before that bad. We're the 10.
We're the 10. By whose yardstick?
I don't remember actually, but officially we're the 10.
Oh, so
Sudan.
it's unofficial, eh?
Sudan. No, I'm just saying.
In
Sudan.
terms of corruption in politics and all, we're really bad. You know, we're really, really bad. You know, I don't think you go to the airport. It's only in Nigeria. It's only Nigerians that they treat the way they treat all over the world. Collectively, you probably don't see a Sudanese and they start searching. They probably won't do that for a Sudanese. But Nigeria, please can you enter that room, please? We'd like to search you, even to the soul. Alright, if they could search human spirit, if they could make something that would dictate human spirit, they'll do that for Nigerians. To know whether you're good or bad. But thank God the technology will not get to that point. They say, hey bad guys, go there. The spirit is corrupt. Okay, so moments of truth. So things that work. We said so many things that don't work in Nigeria. Okay? So mention those things that work outside there. What are the things that work outside there? Very quickly. What in Canada, UK, US?
Electricity.
Electricity is constant. Nobody said NEPA then when we talked about things that don't work. Yeah? Sorry? Some let's NEPA. Okay, you'd have echoed it. When they take the lights, you say, NEPA. Yeah, so? Employment. Yeah, you probably can get a steady job. Transportation.
Economic system.
Systems. Okay, stable. Like food water. Okay, the food water, yeah?
Escalators.
The escalators work. Sorry? Education, internet. Yeah?
Technology.
Technology, okay?
Electricity.
Electricity. Okay, thank you. So those are things that work outside there, and you know, how many of us school outside? Actively. Okay? Outside the country. Okay. And you know those things work. How do you feel when you come to Nigeria at the airport? You're just moving your bag at the airport, feeling like a cool Nigerian to just take the lights. You probably just want to go back into the plane. That's how you feel. It's so bad. Okay, so we know that it's mindset. Okay, so moving on through, who made those things work there?
The citizens. The government.
Wow, the citizens. Is it the government, the citizens, the private sector? Who made it work? Collective effort. But really, who are the guys that try? If you want to say somebody changed, would you say the government of Britain changed the economy?
Well, the government is nothing without the people that it's leading. So if the people it's leading are not cooperative, then ultimately the government will fall. So if you look at it that way, then it is the citizens.
It is the citizens. That's your argument. Okay. So anybody has something else to say?
Another problem with Nigeria is that we build and we don't maintain. So
And
like,
maintenance control.
yeah, so that's also the duty of the government and people empowered to maintain what's going on.
Okay, so
Like
I think at this point let's just blame the government.
I
Sorry?
think the attitude that we have is every man for themselves. So it's indirectly the money that you make is yours, not that you're trying to work collectively to help others.
Okay.
We're kind of trying to. That's why they're functioning and we're not, because they work together and we don't. We work for each other.
Okay, cool. Okay, any other person wants to say something very quickly? You want to say something apart from citizens? Well, just to emphasize on it.
In Nigeria, we're also stuck up on blaming the government for every single thing. And we don't see that our little daily activities equally contribute to the smooth running of the country. So you can't always say the government is the bane of the society, the reason we're like this. Because if the people who elected our leaders, quote and unquote, and the people who made up the system were not some speck of corrupt, then we wouldn't be where we are. We would be
Today.
farther.
It will be much farther than we are today. Okay, thank you for your contributions. So very quickly, what's the problem here? Can we spot it? Who knows this place in Nigeria? Where is this? Where is this? No. Sorry? Lagos Island? Is this Lagos? Is this Lagos? How do you know this is Lagos? The buses are yellow. What's the problem here? Let's mention the problem. We won't talk, I'll give you the point and you tell me what you can see, or just tell me what you can see as a problem. Very quickly. Okay, yes please. Overpopulation, is that the problem?
That's the problem with water.
Okay, no, here with this picture, I'm creating a picture for you. Okay, somebody wants to say, okay, you want to say something? Sorry, I'll come back to you.
So there are too many people.
There are too many people moving
There are too many people.
on the road. Okay, so that's the problem, right? The major problem, as if they're all going someplace. Yeah.
There's general disorder. If you're going on a train, say in England, people actually queue up. They don't just park themselves. For themselves, they know that, okay, we're going to be choked up.
Somebody might have some kind of health problem. So everybody's trying to be considerate to one another. But see how everyone is rushing to get to their destination and everywhere is just packed.
Let me ask you a question. You came into this kind of chaos and you're looking for a boss. Where would you point? Okay, she can't point.
I will be considerate. No, I'll be considerate.
Wait, now, wait. Where will you be? Are you going to be here? That's where you'll be. You'll be standing in front of a car, they'll hit you down. Where?
These people aren't even really trying to get on.
They're not trying to, it's just
You don't have multiple people on the same road.
Okay, so coming into this crowd now probably don't make no difference. You're just part of the picture, right? Okay, so what's another problem? Very quickly, we have to move fast. Yeah.
Well, it looks like majority of everyone there is like poverty stricken.
Like they're tagged in the picture already. Poverty. Everybody's tagged. Man, I'm sorry about. Okay, so what do you want to say? What's your name, please? Okay.
The scarcity of transportation available for all people.
Okay. There's no enough buses, right? To transport people, even though you understand, like Cassidy would want to do. There are no buses to pick you up. So it's either you wait there for a long time, or you jump on the bus. And probably sometimes then, Mulwe, you see understanding now. There's no space. If you have space to stand, you are lucky. So either you're outside or you're standing. All right. So any other problem? Yeah.
There are no pedestrian walkways, and she said it's disorderly. So if there was like a walkway where people could like walk in a straight line, they might actually.
Nothing pedestrian walkways, driving places.
There's not just exactly walkway. Yeah, but we can't see it because everybody's watching. All right. So okay, very quickly. So problems you. Okay. Is that all the problems you can see?
No.
Somebody is raising a hand there.
There's no security to organize it.
Where's the security man? Is this traffic warden? Then they didn't used to call them traffic wardens, they call them what? No, they used to, when Mullers were there, they used to call them traffic wardens. Who knows what this is? Huh? Sorry? Yellow something? Yellow. That's extinct. Those words are not extinct. We should apply, we should ask Wikipedia to include that in the dictionary so that it doesn't go extinct. Yellow fever, these guys were called yellow fever. Okay, but is it not part of the problem? Is it part of the problem? Yes. It's meant to solve the problem, but you can't solve the problem if it's actually part of the problem now. Alright, because it's standing in front of the beetle. You know this kind of? That's it. Alright, so okay, so let's go on very quickly. So we all agree that there's a lot of problem here. No buses, of course, you go in, there's no order, you go there and you're all suited up with your perfume, you're going for a meeting, by the time you're coming out, you're smelling smoke, you're smelling dirt, you're looking, somebody has, it's just normal. And the kind of problem here is a lot of theft. You go in with a handbag, you come out with a strap. And that was reality. A lot of times in Oshodi, you put your wallet in your back pocket, forget it. I'm not saying your wallet is gone. Now, if you go to Obalende, your wallet can be gone. But then your wallet is not gone. Your whole pocket is gone. And it's not a joke. They will clinically remove your pocket. And you won't know because everybody's like, they always be nice. So for the women, when they go into this kind of place, if you're not smart, you're just coming from the UK. So say, okay, let's go to Oshodi. Right, so it's Oshodi. You go to Oshodi, and you carry your bag. You don't look like JJC. Because I don't think, if you look here, I don't think you see anybody carrying bag. They will create a hole under. You go home and you think you are still carrying your bag, not knowing that there's a hole, you just see something. That's Oshodi. Just remember that you passed through Oshodi. The only evidence of passing through Oshodi is a hole in your bag or your pockets. Okay, so it doesn't happen anymore because somebody came and changed the story. This was Oshodi. Now, have you gone through Oshodi recently? Yeah. I'm not campaigning for Fashola, but that's a leader. Yes. Is he a leader? Who is a leader? Someone who can solve a problem, right? Okay, so we're going to be talking about problems and your contribution and the problems you can solve. I'm not saying you should go back there or go and say, there's no more Oshodi, so I can't solve any problem in Nigeria. No. What are the problems you can solve in this small area? The problem of seating arrangement, somebody needs to squeeze you a little bit and you're saying, come and sit beside me. That's a problem, but you're creating a solution. Very quickly, so let's move on. Nigeria is the country we believe in. Okay, is that not true? Outside the country, if you travel outside the country, can you be a first-class citizen? Can you be? No. Even though you go to Canada or you go to the UK and you are black, are you a first-class citizen? If you were born there, you stay there for 20 years. Are you a first-class citizen? If you go to Ireland and you are black, even though you're related to their king or their prince or their and whoever, and you are black, what happens? You already have, there's already some kind of segregation, right?
Yeah.
So the best you can be is a second class citizen in any country other than the country your parents came from. Is that true?
Yeah.
So no matter where you go, you'll always be a second class citizen. Nigeria is your place. I want you to say to yourself, Nigeria is my place. And it's my responsibility to build Nigeria. Okay, so this is the Nigeria we want. We want to build a Nigeria. We want to build a Nigeria. We want to frame a picture. Remember we said from the bridge, this is where we are, this is where we're meant to be, and then how do we get there is what we are going on. Very quickly, alright, you know that Nigeria has, okay, out of these two guys, who do you think represents Nigeria? The right or left?
The right.
The right. Okay, tell me why the right represents Nigeria. Wait, no, don't impose. Don't impose. Sorry, don't impose on her. Tell me why the right. Tell me why the right represents Nigeria.
Because naturally, so Nigerians always want big things, not knowing like because the rabbit can see that the leaves are bigger than the one this rabbit has. Therefore, he thinks that his carrot is bigger, while the one with smaller leaves has to be bigger.
Yeah, she has a point. She really has a point. So she's saying that the rabbit goes there and says, "Hey guys, this is where I'm going to pitch my tent." But the other guy says, "Well, there's no place to pitch else. I'll just stay here." But here we're talking about potential, right?
Okay.
So, okay, you want to say something,
Yeah.
Angela?
I think Nigeria can actually be the left one.
Okay.
Because on the outside it looks like it may just be like a tiny plant, but inside it can actually be big and
Okay, so okay, yeah. So Nigeria could be left. Okay, so tell me your argument, or tell me why you think Nigeria can be left. I saw your hand first. Yeah, you. What's your name, please?
Solution.
Solution. Okay.
I think Nigeria is the one on the left because most of the time when we're regarding ourselves with other countries, we think, oh, they're better off than us and they're doing better than us simply because they seem to have things in order as opposed to us. But it's showing that we have more potential, but we're just not utilizing it well. So they seem bigger because they're using the little they have well, but the much that we have, we're not using it well. So we appear smaller than other countries when that's not true.
That's not true. So in reality, okay, you want to say something very quickly, point.
Sorry, in general, Nigeria has a lot of natural resources and that we can export, and you know, Nigeria's tourism industry can grow because a lot of people will come, but it's like we don't see that. Everybody else wants to go, everybody's importing everything down to tissue paper and everything. Meanwhile, we can actually create these things in our country.
What course are you doing?
Law.
Tourism. Sounds more like tourism. Law and tourism. Okay, so, alright, so now, this looks more like Nigeria because in actual sense, Nigeria is one of the only countries that probably has almost every natural resource. In little bits, and many of those natural resources is because we know them in little bit because we've not properly explored them. So Nigeria actually is one of the, if not the most fertile nation in the world. Why? Because up north you can do some things, down south you can do some things, east to west you can do some things. What is peculiar to nations to the north? You can say granules, you can say this, you can say onions, you can say that. What's particular to guys in the south?
Oil.
No, let's look at okay, oil. Okay, but let's look at produce of gram. Okay. Of palm oil to the south. Okay, to the east. To the east.
Yeah.
Who's from the east? Proudly from the east. Okay, so tell us now. Oh yeah, tell us east. We will know whether you come home from cola, right? Yeah. Yeah, have a lot of cola from the east. From the west. Okay. Alright, so these are the things that we can see. These are cash crops. These are things that we can actually sell and make a lot of money. We have a lot of potential in here, but the evidence of what we have is reality. The reality is that we don't have anything outside. The reality, give me a country that has little potential but has so much reality.
Canada.
US.
Canada.
Yeah.
US.
You, what?
No, not the US.
US?
Canada.
You tell me. So tell me. No, I said little resources.
little resources, still the US.
So the US.
They import most of what they have. But the thing is, when they import, they have a very good secondary level of production of resources. Therefore, they can manufacture very well. So if they import something, maybe from a cheaper nation, buy it at a lower cost, manufacture it, refine it, and then sell it at something higher. So it seems like they have the resources. When in reality, they don't really have much. They don't bring things from their own soil. They import it, make it better, improve on it, and then sell it out. So they don't actually have resources.
They don't really have as much as we expect them to have. But when you look at nations that don't have anything, as little as this compared to this, probably the US is around something like with resources compared to Nigeria. But these guys, give me an example. Sorry? The UK, okay?
Most of the money on tax and tourism.
Okay, tax and tourism. Emphasis on tax. Yes. Okay. So, emphasis on tax. Let's underline tax. The UK is known for tax, as Nigeria is known for profit. Right? Now, a country that we all know, I'm going to talk about that country, is Dubai. Dubai is a desert place. They have the Pacific Ocean somewhere. But they don't have much. The only thing that they think that they have is oil. And as much, we have much more. We have oil, we have everything. Okay, let's go. So, 6 largest oil reserves in Nigeria. Okay, these are things we have. We have bentonite, bees, tiles, marble, quartzite, silica, sand, granite. So, we have iron ore, silver, lithium, mica. We have everything possible. As they're discovering things, they don't be like, they discovered it in Nigeria. They discover something in US. They come to do some land exploration in Nigeria and they find it there. We have almost everything represented here in Nigeria. Yet, we're like this guy. We're not utilizing almost anything. Okay, so let's do it very quickly. What's poverty? Poverty is your, I think we need to step up the reduce. Is anybody feeling hot? Hot. You're feeling cold? Are you feeling cold? You don't step out a bit for like 15 minutes. Okay, yeah, somebody was saying something. Poverty. What's poverty?
No. Sorry, no. It depends. Is it poverty?
Sorry. I'll just think. You said what?
Yeah, it depends. Is it poverty in developing or poverty?
What's poverty? Dictionary.
Not being able to provide. Okay, living below the average living standards.
Okay, cool.
Poverty is relative.
Okay.
So I think poverty is a mindset thing. If it's something, you can't meet somebody that lives, say, on 500 naira a week and they enjoy themselves and have fun and tell them that they are poor. If they're enjoying themselves, is relative. Your own idea of being rich is Louis Vuitton bags and something. But to somebody else, that might be poor because that's not what they enjoy. So I believe that poverty is relative and you don't have a definition.
So Nigeria's poverty is relative.
There are low incomes, that's different. That's why I said there are 2 definitions.
There are 2 definitions. Okay, you want to say something, please?
Poverty is when your only problem is your need, not your want.
Okay, your only problem, good. So, meaning that you are striving to get to that point where you want to have what you need, not what you want, right? Because once you start saying, I want to buy this, I want to buy a PlayStation 4, I want to buy that purse, I love that purse, I want to buy that purse, man, I just get some 100k and I buy that purse. Or you say, I want to buy it, now, for the poor guy, he's not saying, I want to buy that purse of 100k. He's not saying that. I need food. Food first. Your problem is not food, but their problem is food, so they are poor. So, in our definition for poverty, we are saying someone who is craving to meet, to earn, live, survive. So, survival is one level. Okay, before you can talk about, so survival is the first level. When you are above survival, you can start thinking of, okay, what can I do in my life? You talk about purpose, you say, yes, purpose. But you go and tell the poor man about purpose, you don't be like, purpose? And I want to live tomorrow, I don't want to die today. Give me food and I'll leave purpose. You know, so that is it. So let's get to that point where, but she also made a point, which is poverty is a mindset. As a man thinketh in his heart. So it's he. So he thinks poor, he's poor. Right? Okay, so let's go. So poverty, we say, is passing over opportunities repeatedly. When you see something for you, poverty is not what you're going to eat to this afternoon. It is when you pass over opportunities repeatedly. You see something you can do, and you just say somebody is going to fix it. You're going on the street and there's something really bad, and you can't go to that pothole. And we had an experience one day going on Third Milan Bridge, or just before you get into the Third Milan Bridge, and my brother just pointed out something. There was always a car. There was always a ditch there, and cars go into that ditch. Sometimes lose their tires, and one experience was really bad. And the woman's tire, just ran off. She just went off, the wheels and all. Now, one of those days, my brother just said, let's gather our friend, just 2 people, let's just go there and let's go and fill up that pothole. So we got a small car, a small van that had just put some sand in it and stones, big stones. Just imagine me removing this blazer on the road, adjusting my time, rolling up my sleeves, using the shovel and the stone, filling up the pothole, and you're just driving past. What's that guy doing? Doesn't he need help? And people are driving past and just like, the government should fix it. Why are you disturbing yourself? Do you know how much they're earning every month? 150 billion naira. Why can't they fix the road? You're not disturbing yourself. And they drive past. Beep, beep, beep. Well done, though. But some people waited to say, God bless you. You are changing Nigeria. With you, Nigeria can change. Are you making a difference or not? Is it the government's responsibility or not? It is their responsibility. So, but what we are saying is that you see something to do, an opportunity to change is what we are saying. You can do something in that little way that can change somebody's life forever. Do you know that's possible? Okay, I remember one of the opportunities we had. We were managing a project and we went to public schools to see what was wrong. Nigeria then, about 4 years ago, we recorded about 98% failure in WAEC. It was in NECO, 98% failure.
4 years ago?
Yeah, about 98 is how many years? Oh, sorry. No, I said 98, it's 2008, how many years?
6 years.
Or even 6 years? No, that was, 2008, it was 9 years. So let's say 5 years. That was a national crisis. So we said, how can we help? Can we raise 1 million volunteers? Can we raise 1 million teachers to go back into the schools? Can we raise this? Can we raise? We started going on TV. Hey guys, please, we need you out there. You help these guys to pass. We're not so concerned about public school because they have almost everything. I mean, private school because they have almost everything. But the public schools, they don't really have much. After school, they drop all their books and everything and they go on to hawk on the street. They're not hawking because they want to hawk. They're hawking because they probably don't have a choice. Okay, some of our parents told you I hawked. Have you heard your parents, parents here say I hawked? Yeah, but the story is different now. You can't look at your dad and say, hawker. You can't. Let him come down from his G-Wagon, you call him a hawker, you say, who is the hawker? The story is different now, but the process was so unique. Alright, so are we together? So we decided to go back to the secondary schools to do something. And we said, what is it? Math and English failure, 98% is a crisis. It's a crisis. And we discovered that those students didn't have a math set to construct. They didn't have 4-figure tables. Talk more with a calculator. So let's just get them math sets. At least they can pass math with a good math set, right? How much is a math set? 200, 250,
800.
Huh?
Yeah, it depends on the kind of math set. Math set that you just put on your table and start constructing. Those are the expensive math sets. But this one, we said, okay, let's go for math sets. And we got, I think it was Oxford or one of these math sets, and we got for like 180. And let me tell you, we gave, with the help of many people out there, we gave over 5,000 students math sets. And that math set helped them to pass in 1 year. And so Nigeria's just Lagos. Just imagine if we had you in Asaba, if we had somebody in Jos doing the same thing, then that 98% would have probably turned to 98% success rate. So because of math sets, just imagine they were failing exams. And that's 118 naira. Many of us live over 180,000 a month. Many of us live over that a month. Is that not true? So divide that by 30. That's like 60 every day. Do you know how many maths you have bought? But hey, don't worry, it's not too late. I'll show you the place. Alright, so that's one of the things. So passing over opportunities repeatedly is poverty. That's being poor. You know, so you have a poor mindset when you don't see opportunities and you just like, I'll do it, I'll leave for another day. That's a poor mindset. That's a poor way of thinking. So, and poverty will not exclude you. Okay, if you always think that, what do people see? This is who you are. This is what you see in the mirror. You see yourself as a giant. Who is Giant of Africa? Who are Giants of Africa? Nigeria. We are, you know, when everywhere you go, you see swag. You go to Ghana, you say, yes, I'm in Nigeria, they respect. You go to Tunisia, they say Nigerian, they respect. You go to South Africa, you feel a little bit intimidated. You don't say, I'm in Nigeria, I beg, Nigeria for life. You know, that is it. This is who you think you are. This is who you really are. Okay, so we have talked about the reality. The reality of the problem is that there is a problem in all sectors. Name your sector very quickly. Hands up. Name your sector. Power. Name your sector. Health. Name your sector quickly.
Education.
Education.
Economic.
Sorry. Transportation. I'm saying name your sector because that's where probably where you're going to end up. That's where you want to take ownership of. Security. Please, we need you right now. What's your name? I will just introduce you to Good Luck Jonathan. Boko Haram? Not yet. Not yet. Security, we have challenges with security that the world cannot even understand what is happening. So, who else? What other sector? Very quickly. Infrastructure, is that your sector? In the next 20 years, I want to see you out there saying that everything that has to do with infrastructure, leave it to me. What's your name?
Afakwe.
Sorry?
Afakwe.
What's your full name?
Afakwe Folua.
Afakwe Folua what?
Kiru.
Sorry?
Kiru.
Kiru. Okay, so in the next how many years? 20 years. I give you 20, you have to be really fast about it. So I'm going to wait for 20 years. There's no time. So Kiru is going to be out there, you know, dealing with infrastructure in Nigeria. Okay, so those are sectors. What's your sector, sir? Sorry? Banking. What do you want to do? Give us more money?
Finance.
Sorry?
Finance, basically.
Finance business. Okay, so put more money in the hands of people. Alright, I'm taking the poverty. Alright, so what do we see? This is who you are, this is what you think you are doing. So what is really the problem in Nigeria? We talked about the problem. What is the problem? Is the problem the government? Is the problem, what is the problem? If you take Nigerians to the US and you bring the US, you bring Americans to Nigeria, what will change about Nigeria? Tell me.
Everything.
I said tell me, it's everything. That's the general now. What will change about Nigeria?
Living standards.
What will change about the US? So it's not really about the place, it's about the what? People. It's not where you're born that makes a difference. You laughed. Where are you from? Sorry? America. I didn't look at me and I said that statement. You just laugh like, oh, just talk about me. I don't know your parents is like. But it's not where you're born that makes the difference. In fact, where you're born could be a disadvantage. But you can use it as an advantage if you know where you're going, right? So being born in America means that you can go to America, WhatsApp stuff, bring them back here. Easy entry into America. Before some people are applying for visa, they say no visa, you go back. Somebody just, you know what you're doing. It's an advantage for you. Okay, so it's not the place, it's the people. We just identify that. Is that true? Yeah. Is that true? Yeah. Okay, alright, so here's the people. We are now saying, so what about the people is the problem? What about the people is the problem? What about the people is the problem?
I feel like in Nigeria, the biggest problem is ignorance.
It's ignorance, yes? Yeah. So a lot of people are ignorant. They just, there was a bomb blast in 2003, was it 2003 something in Lagos? And everybody just flowed. Nigeria's under attack then. There was no Boko Haram, but Lagos under attack and everybody just ran into the ditch. They didn't know what was pushing them. So ignorant. Yes, sorry. Selfish people. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we just wait for other people to make the change. It's deferred responsibility, that's what it's called. You just like that guy doing it. Yeah.
I think Nigerians are stubborn.
Sorry?
I think we're stubborn. Like,
we are stubborn.
Yeah.
Who are stubborn? Say it. I am stubborn. No, say it. I am stubborn. Are you a Nigerian?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say Nigerians are stubborn. Say I'm stubborn. We are stubborn. So we are all stubborn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because if we took advice and like corrected ourselves like a long time ago, I don't think we'd be deep inside this.
This problem. Okay, so all right. So yeah, you don't say something.
Most of us are pessimistic.
Sorry?
We're pessimistic.
Yeah.
We're not positive. We don't look for the good things. We're constantly looking out for the bad things. Okay, Jonathan did this. Jonathan is doing this.
There
Jonathan
is God.
not doing
Oh, there is God. That thing trending. I still trending. Yeah, you want to say something? Who wants to say something? Quickly? Yeah.
I think it's the mindset that everyone looks out for himself. Like you don't care about people around you. It's me, myself, and I. I think
Me,
that's
myself, and I. That's like three guys in one person. Yeah.
Well, like Nigeria, they complain about the problems in their country, but they don't try and fix their problems.
Okay. Yeah. Complaints about. Okay. And you?
There are two few righteous people in power. Most people are corrupt.
Okay, there are two.
There are not many righteous people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there are a lot more people who are corrupt than.
Yeah.
So they're greater than us. They're greater than us.
Well, they can't team up, yeah.
They're greater than us, right?
No.
No, you said they're greater than us. Or they are more than us.
Yeah, no, I mean like the corrupt people
Yeah.
are more than the righteous people.
They're the guys who are thinking straight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a big problem. It's a challenge. Okay, you, then you, then you, then you. Quickly, very quickly, very quickly. Sorry? Laziness. Explain.
Like most of us know what to do, but we're too lazy to get up and do it.
Okay, what are the things that you did? You're supposed to do this one that you didn't do. Be very honest. Honesty class. When you have tell me the things. How many people said they're going to do push up this morning that didn't do? I got you. Alright, so who else? What are things?
No cooperation.
No cooperation, yeah? No cooperation in Nigeria. How?
Because everyone is selfish and everyone doesn't want to help each other.
Everybody's selfish, they don't want to help each other. Okay, cool. No, you? Yeah.
I think it's the mentality that we have. We are so passive about everything. Nobody wants to come forward and do something. And most people, when they do try and come forward, they meet an obstruction. But since that obstruction pleases their mind, they don't bother to shove it out of the way. That's why corruption has grown over the years. Because most people, when they get into power, even though they have their mind set on doing the right thing, they start seeing the money, they start seeing the temptations. And then, since obviously money is beneficial to the mind, to the soul, they now, instead of pushing it aside, they now let it cover their thinking, block their sense.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're hitting the nail. Okay, yeah.
Corruption and greed.
Sorry?
Corruption and greed.
Corruption and greed.
Yeah. Nobody's ready to work. So that's why they find it hard to fight corruption.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that fast money.
Fast money, fast lane, fast internet, fast money, fast lane, fast this, fast track.
No matter how rich you are, you cannot have
Very true.
Huh?
No matter how rich you are, you can't have that money.
You don't have fast internet in Nigeria.
As fast in comparison to the other.
Okay, that's another level. Okay. All right. So you know everything. The whole world is a go fast track, fast this, fast food, fast this. Everybody, you know, fast lane, fast train, fast movie. You know, everybody's fast. Everybody wants to get fast, get rich, get fast now. Get it now. You know, and nobody wants to pay the price. You know, that's it. So we've outlined so many problems. You want to say something? I need to move on. You want to say something? No. I saw one hand. You want to say something? But you want to say something? Sorry?
Poor maintenance culture.
Poor maintenance culture.
BRT buses only came out how many years ago? And
most of them are looking run down.
They're
And
looking-
now they've decided to do it with train. It's a beautiful idea, but
What's
how
the
long is it
plan?
going to last?
Who wants to go into the transportation industry? Who wants to take ownership of transportation industry? Who? Oh, so we don't have, so I'm sure it's going to run down. If we don't have anybody here, it's going to run down. Because these are the people that are hearing what we are saying now. Other people don't have access to this kind of information. The difference between you and your parents is that at this stage of your life, you have an advantage. I don't think you're going to talk again. But probably your parents did help. You know, so you have the information that your parents didn't have at this stage of their life. I don't think that they had this kind of exposure. So it's an advantage. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I think I need to get my charger. It's there. It's on the drive. Okay, all right. So we've outlined there are so many problems. We've outlined that there needs to be a change. Do we have anybody here in this room already now? You have decided to start doing something about Nigeria. Anybody here now? In your own little way. Anybody? 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 Nobody yet. Okay, so remember that bridge I said, you know that bridge about where we are, where we're going, where we're meant to, how we're going to get there. Are we still where we are? We should be somewhere in between now. Huh? Is the journey that far? Is that far? Man, how about work? Is that far? It's very far. But how many leaders do we have in the house this morning? How many leaders do we have in the house this morning? Let me tell you one of the most interesting things about leadership. Leadership is the ability to lie on the ground for other people to step on you. A bridge. You saw that bridge. The one who will take people from where they are to where they're meant to be is a leader. And the leader becomes that thing in the middle that everybody has to step on. Because you are the bridge. Did you get that? Did you get that? So this is where you are. This is where you don't take somebody to. And you're meant to be a bridge. There's water in between. To get people from where they are to where they're meant to be, they need somebody who knows, shows, and goes the way. So you're the leader. And remember, if you're going to be a leader and you're going to be the bridge, what do you have to do? You must lay flat so that they step on you. So leadership involves serving. You must be able to serve. You must be able to let go of your ego. That's leadership. Sorry. We'll just do this very quickly. So far, how many people are enjoying this? Okay. Are there up to 10 people enjoying this so far? How many people, let's be bold about this. So far, how many people are enjoying this? How many people are seeing something different? Already, you're seeing something different. What have you seen? Please tell me your name. Tell me your name and what you have seen.
My name is Ifani.
Okay, Ifani.
I've seen that we have the natural tendency to do the things we want to if we put our mind to it. We need to change it.
Yeah.
It's the level of terrorism.
The level of tourism.
No, not terrorism.
Terrorism. What's your name? Sorry? MM. What's your name? And MM. And sons. You guys should work out something. So, you tell her what she said she wants to help security. And you want to help what? Terrorism? Why you just help terrorism? Have you seen a bomb before? Do you have a bomb somewhere? Alright, so let's clap for him. He wants to help terrorism. Alright, so we're counting on you, Nigeria is counting on you, I am counting on you that someday you're going to help Nigeria to become the world's safest place to live in. Amen to that. Alright, so very quickly, let's go on. Leadership is an issue we have to consider. There's so many, everybody wants to be a leader. Have you noticed it? Who wants to be a leader? Me. Are leaders born?
No, they are made.
They are made. Leaders are made, right? Okay, very quickly. So we're going to do something very quickly. It's called citizenship to being a custodian. So not just becoming a citizen. I hope everybody's writing. Oh God, don't worry, it's not too late. You can start. Okay, so make sure you're writing something. You have to write. Okay, so citizen to custodian. Who is a custodian? We all know who a citizen is. Who is a custodian? Anybody wants to help out with that? Who is a custodian? Sorry?
Someone who takes care of something.
Someone who takes care of something or something, you know. Yeah. So what's the difference between a citizen and a custodian? Who is a citizen? Sorry? An individual that is part of your
Of a country.
a country, a statistic,
Area.
a number of people. Are you a citizen? Yeah, gotcha. Are you a citizen of Nigeria? Are you a citizen of Nigeria? Citizen of Nigeria? Citizen of Nigeria? Are you sure? You don't look Nigerian. You look like certain place in Tanzania. Why do you say like? I see that's a pride in Nigeria. Nigerians are proud. Have you noticed it? If someone says you don't look like a Nigerian, you look like a Tanzanian, you like go for weed. I don't know people there. You know, and so that they say something, if they go to Tanzania and they say, man, you are behaving like a Nigerian. They say go for beat too because they say Nigerians are those guys are bad, they're corrupt, they're thieves. So, you know, okay. Alright, so custodian is somebody who can take care of something. So I want us to move from becoming a citizen, leave that position where we are right now, and where we're meant to be is not just a citizen, but somebody who can take care of the country, a custodian. Somebody who can take responsibility of the country, a custodian. Who is responsible for the bad road? The government. Who is this guy called the government? I want to meet him personally. I'm going to hit him, I'm going to whip him. This government guy is a really bad guy because it's being talked about all over the world. Government. Everywhere in Nigeria, who is responsible for this government? You go to the north, who is responsible for Boko Haram? Government. You go to the south, who is responsible for Niger Delta crisis? Government. So who is this guy called government? Who has seen the government before? So is government a person?
No.
Eh? Is it a spirit?
No.
Come against spirit of government. Is it a spirit? It's not a spirit, is it a person? So it's a structure, it's some certain people that go into a place and they don't say we're government. Yesterday, they were citizens. Today, they are government. Is it a position you enter? No, it shouldn't be. It's a responsibility. Upon his shoulders, the government shall rest. It's a responsibility. So we're looking for people who are going to take responsibility. Custodians are driven by the passion to find opportunities, to create value. Remember what we said about custodians, that custodians are people who take responsibility. They create value by finding opportunities. Being poor is what? Passing over opportunities what? Repeatedly. So you don't just do it once, you do it the second time. That's a poor mentality. Opportunities pass you. Okay. Alright. Now, Gemstone is about raising people who are going to be custodians. People who are going to take opportunity and use it wisely. People who are going to take Nigeria and nurture Nigeria. Leaders. Those are people who we're looking at for. Okay, so very quickly. Now, this is Nigeria we want. There are processes of transformation. The one of the most important words that I want you to hold on to today is transformation. Everybody say transformation. Everybody say transformation. Everybody say transformation. Transformation is what happens to a man, especially in Nigeria, that yesterday he was poor, today he becomes wealthy. Say the guy don't hammer. Is that not true? We know the word called hammer, not like hammer. But they say the guy has hammered. Is that transformation? You don't see somebody that wasn't wearing slippers when he was 18. And very soon, he has like 50 cars following him. Is that not transformation? We're coming to that very quickly. Alright, so the first stage in transformation is what? Vision. Everybody say vision? Vision. It's a desire for change. Okay, so vision is that thing that is a picture that you have for the future. What's that picture you can see about your future? That's a vision. There are a lot of people who do not have a picture about the future. You just go to school, you eat, you sleep, you wake up the next morning, watch a movie, you watch season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're waiting for them to release. They've not even thought about acting. You're talking about releasing the movie, you're already waiting. So you have done all that, you don't have a vision because there's no picture. So the absence of a picture in your future, vision becomes lacking. So vision is your ability to see the end from where you are. So I want you to repeat after me. Vision,
Vision
is a picture
is a picture
of the future that is desired.
of the future that is desired.
Vision
Vision
is a picture
is a picture
of the future that I desire. So if you do not have a picture of the future, if you do not know what you're going to do, you're a round circle in a square peg hole, there's a problem. So you must see a picture. And you know in the picture, there's so many pixels. Have you ever noticed that when you zoom into a picture, you just see box, 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 box? Yeah, right? Now, do you know that if you take one box away from that picture, you might not really notice the difference, right? Take 10 boxes away. Take 15. Take 20. What will you see? You just see a hole. Is that true? So that means in the big picture of the future, everything you do today matters, is in the big picture. You can say, no, when I get there, I'll be very good. When I get there, I'm going to do. You see, when I get there, we build roads for Nigeria, and Nigeria has not, even Japan has not built. But remember that when you had an opportunity to fill up a pothole, you didn't fill it up. So every little thing that you do is in the big picture. We are forming a frame that has a picture in it. But every picture is made up of small little activities. So your future is made up of small little activities that you do every day. It's not what you do there. When you get there and you say, I don't know what I do. No. Have you noticed that leaders are people who they can trace to say, this guy has been doing this thing when he was 2. You see Tiger Woods, he was playing golf since when he was 2. They brought him on air. And he was 2.5 and he was playing golf. And he put it in at 2.5. And before you knew it, Tiger Woods at 15 he was becoming world champion, 18 world champion. Did he wake up to become a world champion? He started early. So are you starting early? I said Tiger Woods started at 2.5. How old are you? Is anybody 2.5 yet? No. So you're already behind schedule. Sorry. What did you tell her? Okay, I thought you were telling her she's behind schedule. But we are behind schedule. Okay, so but the first thing is to have a vision. Desire for change. There must be a vision. Okay? And that's what we're going for. National transformation is where we're headed. Okay, so we've just talked about a vision. Fela Kuti said Nigeria will be undoubtedly the world's most desirable nation to live in by 2025, December 31st. Okay, and we believe in that vision, and we believe that Nigeria also believes in this vision. A lot of people have confirmed it. That the Jew has confirmed it. Samadeli confirmed it. Big men have confirmed it. To say Nigeria 2025 is realistic. 2020 may not be the world's most, maybe in Africa. But by 2025 we should put everything in order. Right? Oh, she looked like, oh, well, I will support you. You come back as president. I will give my vote. But no, we have to step in. And that's why everyone has to define his sector. This time you define your sector. Don't study a course because they gave me. They give you that course. They will give you that life. But if you say to yourself, okay, this is what I have, not because they gave me, but this is what I have. What can I do with what I have? What do you have in your hands you can do with? So it's not what you don't have that limits you, it's what you have you do not know how to use. So people say, if I know how to do this, I would have been this. No! What do you know how to do? Live in that sector. That's my challenge. Okay. Alright, so let's move on very quickly. The first step is what? Desire for change. The next step is personal responsibility. Everybody say personal responsibility. So it is your personal responsibility to take charge of Nigeria. Don't leave it for other people to do. Somebody spoke up one day, and he said Nigeria is, my generation is a wasted generation. He made that statement in Nigeria. His generation might be wasted. Is your generation wasted?
No.
Maybe your generation is not wasted. Is your generation wasted? Why? God, no. Let's hit it hard. Why is it not wasted? Fine. Because you have hope. There is no wasted. You can light if everybody has a candle here, if everybody has a candle, you can light everybody's candle with just one candle.
Yeah.
Does it change, does it diminish the candle that's lighting everybody?
No.
So the vision that you have does not reduce when you share it or when you exhibit it. In fact, what it does is that it fuels and it oils other people's vision and brings out the best in them. So Nigeria suffers when you don't act. When your candle is off, a lot of people stay in darkness. The problem Nigeria is having with NEPA is because one of you has not solved it. Who said it was going to solve NEPA problem then? Electricity. Who is the president? You said power. Okay. So that's power guy. So at the end of this situation, just call him power guy. Okay, who is the terrorism person? You are not sure about terrorism. Maybe it's not. Let's send some people to jail. Some people need to go to jail. Alright, so this is the Boko Haram guy. No, not Boko Haram guy. So that if someone goes, hey, Boko Haram guy across the street, that's the guy catch you. No, we don't want them to catch you. But you're the guy that's going to solve the issue with insecurity in Nigeria, right? So that everybody can be safe and calm. That's fine. Okay, alright, so I need you to take ownership. Personal responsibility is what we're talking about, the next step to national transformation. So before, this is where we're going, this is where we are. Remember where we started from? That back there, this is where we're going up. And this is a national transformation. For there to be a national and collective transformation, there needs to be first a vision, a picture of the future. Next, personal responsibility, what you must do as a person. What can I do in my school? What can I do in my church? What can I do here before I leave? What can I do is your personal responsibility. Don't leave it no, my teacher is going to do that. No, they'll handle that. Something is wrong. Somebody dropped something on the floor and just be like, Loma is going to clean it. So, well, what should I do? I should pick it up. What's your personal responsibility? I'm not saying you should go all over from here to Lekki and start being like speaking. If I see you on the street, then I know there's a problem. I'll call the lady in charge of health. Please help us check. No, we're not saying you should walk up and down. But here you can correct somebody. You're not meant to throw something on the ground. That could have been my mother cleaning up the streets. Is that true? Is that true? Do you choose where you're born? Huh? Who said yes? So are the people doing all these things, all these. You don't choose where you're born. So because you're born in a comfortable home does not mean that that woman walking on the street could not be your. So you have to treat her with respect because that could have been your mother. Does that change anything about you? Does that reduce you? No, it doesn't. Does it increase her when you treat her with respect?
Yes.
Does it give her more ego?
Yeah.
Does it help her to be more effective? So when you do things like that or respect people or show them love, it doesn't reduce anything about you. In fact, what you do is that you increase the person. I want you to appreciate the next person beside you and say, I appreciate you. No, say it better now. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Anytime you appreciate the people beside you, they appreciate in value. So when you appreciate somebody, if I will say, I appreciate you for, you're really looking good, I appreciate you. They appreciate in value. And it's your personal responsibility. Whose responsibility is it? Personalize it. Whose responsibility is it? Mine. My responsibility. Alright, so in the responsibility, how many words can you see? How many words can we see? Quickly. How many words can we see? I'm going to rush now. Words. How many words? Not letters, words. One word. We can form like, how many words here? 2, right? Can somebody else say something else? Huh? 1? Okay, let's go on quickly, we don't have time. Response, Abi? Yes. What else? Ability. I. Is I a word or a letter? It's both. It's a word. It's also a word. So when you respond to your ability, then you're responsible. Is that true? So responsibility is responding to your ability. I want you to say after me, I will respond, to my ability. Okay, so response to your ability. And the middle word there is I, what you can do. Okay, somebody says that, don't worry, I'm comfortable. The hole is not at our end. Is it being realistic? No. It's not being realistic. Very soon. If these guys stop doing what they're doing, we're all coming down. Then you know that the hole is really in our hands. Okay, so we as responsible people, we must understand that if we stop doing what we are doing, things will change. If we start doing things differently, then there is hope for Nigeria. Okay, alright, so the danger is that we must continue in our responsibility. We must respond to our ability. What is your ability you can respond to very quickly? Okay, so in 1990, this was Dubai. See this guy. See this guy. What happened? What's the word that you can use to describe this place?
Change.
No? Transformation. Transform. Trans means move from one position to another. Transpiration. Transportation. Transformation. So transformation has taken place from 1990 to 2003. How many years? Huh? How many years? 13 years. In just 13 years, this was the transformation. Is the building still there?
Yes.
Is the road still there?
Yes.
But it's better. Is this desert?
Yes.
This sand? You know when we talk about potential, saying Nigeria has so much potential. This is what they created. Where was this water that wet all these things? Did they carve it out? Yes, from nothing. Okay, so it's not what you don't have that limits you, what you have. You probably have not this properly. So, okay, do you know this? Okay, let's move faster. This is Dubai. In just 13 years, they achieved this. Okay. Okay, now one of the things I would have told you is that there's a difference between human capacity and human resource. A lot of people are talking about human resource, but human capacity is your ability to see what can I do as a human being to solve a problem. That is your human capacity. And capacity in this sense is not naturally the natural resources that you have. It is your capacity to do something with the natural resources. Okay, so let's go on. This is the 40 blocks of building in Dubai. How many people have been to Dubai? Have you seen this place before? 40 blocks of building. Work is done day and night to achieve everything that they achieve. Every day and night they work. Okay, to achieve this. This was Dubai in 1960. This was their airport. And this is Dubai in 2014, the same airport. Okay. That's what do you call that? Transformation. Then, now, that's transformation. It's a vision of one people out there. One person. Just one. It's not the government. One visionary. Somebody out there. More fashioners out there. More people who can think differently. More people who can say no to corruption. Those are the guys that will achieve this. This was the airport then. Now, responsibility. So the first step we said is what? Vision, the desire to change. The second step is what? The third step will be personal transformation. And the last step is national transformation. So your personal transformation is key. When you can say to myself, this is who I am, but this is who I want to become. This is a personal transformation. You move from personal responsibility to say, this is what I want to do. Personal transformation is this is what I want to make other people to do, to be able to move them. Okay, then we'll have a national change. Alright, say after me, change.
Change.
Okay, the question is, are you a youth? Who is a youth? A youth is somebody who is young, a lad, who can think, who can, but hey, we're saying youth is not enough. We have so many youths out there. There's statistics on youth, but a lot's not. We have less statistics on leaders. We need more leaders out there. People, not leaders that will say, okay, who is a leader? Give me an example of a leader. Some people will say, who is a leader? Give me an example of a leader. Fashola. Sorry? Well, Shoyinka. Okay? Yeah, he's leading the sector. So leadership is not really about people around you. That's okay, let's go, everybody follows you. It's probably not about people around you. It's about taking ownership of your decisions and helping people to see better, right? So that's leadership. So you can lead in your sector. In the medical sector, you can lead in every sector. Very quickly, HIV, what's the meaning of HIV? Virus. Human, what? So we need our own HIV to have insignificant vision. When you have a vision that is not compelling, they say, what's your vision? My vision is to be able to let me see, build 5 houses that people can live in around Nigeria. Is that a compelling vision? It's not even moving like that. Somebody comes up and says, vote for me because in 10 years ago we built about 3 houses in all the local governments of this state, so you should vote for me. You don't like, sorry, where's the other card for the other guy? Even though there's none, you just say, I'll vote for myself. So you have insignificant visions, HIV, and that's, after HIV, what was HIV lead to? AIDS. AIDS. What's AIDS? So we said, acquired inevitable doom syndrome. You are quiet, but it's a doom syndrome. Acquired inevitable doom syndrome. So the more you have a vision that doesn't make sense, that's insignificant, doom is the end. Alright, so after HIV is what? Death. No, after HIV is what? AIDS. After AIDS is what? Death. So what's death? Disappointment, emptiness, anxiety, total hopelessness. That's the end of a man. There's some people that are dead, but they are still breathing. This is the kind of people. Disappointment, emptiness, anxiety, total hopelessness. There is nobody here that is hopeless. Is there anybody here that is hopeless? Nobody here is hopeless. Who are these guys? Okay? Obafemi, these are heroes. And our national anthem says, what? The labor of our heroes past, what? Shall never be in vain. Can somebody look at you in the next 30 years and say, your labor will not be in vain? I want you to say, my labor will not be in vain. My labor will not be in vain. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to be a hero. That other people will look at. That other people will look at. And pray for. And pray for. You still pray for this guy and say, God bless them. That's a prayer. So even when they're dead, you say, God bless them. Okay? A leaders born or made versus no. The fact is that every leader is born. It's true. All the leaders like mentioned, Fashola was born someday. Everybody was born someday. Everybody's born. Every leader was born. That's everything we have in common. But not every leader. Great leaders are not born. They're made. So for you to live the level of leadership to becoming a great leader, you must be made. And being made is a process. And this is where the process starts from you and I, from today. Are we where we're supposed to be? Remember that bridge? Are we getting close to that place? Yes. Are we getting close to that place? Yes. Because we are seeing great leaders in the house. Okay, so raise 1 million. Quickly, I rush on this. Raise 1 million. Came up with this idea. This was the idea that helped us to go into schools. Revive academic excellence in schools and educational institutions. When we went to schools, to give math sets and all. 4-figure tables. We raised people from banking sector to go and teach accounting. Everybody was going there to go and teach. Just for a short period of time to prepare them for WAEC and NECO and JAM. And we achieved it. A lot of improvements. Okay? So these are the 14 pillars that support education. We have student, teachers, parents, administrators, authors, publishers. They have design, NGOs, public sector, private sector, regulatory bodies, media, entertainment, curriculum developers, and all this like web. Okay, of all the things that support education. You just pick your field and say, okay, what are the things I need to do to support education? Where can I fit myself in to support education? We have all defined our sectors. Where's the health sector person? You're not sure. They have to see you, because if you come out there and say you are they won't know you. Sir Arit, right? Okay, so she's the health. Where's the power guy? Okay, where's the road person, transport? Where are you now? Where's transport? No, the people should not even point at you, because if they are pointing at you, then say, where's the transport person? You're the person. You also transport. What sector are you?
Health.
Sorry?
Health.
Health. Okay, what other sector? Tourism or law? You have to make it clear now. Law. Okay, she'll send people to jail. Okay, who else? What's your sector? What's the sector?
Industrial.
Sorry?
Industrial.
Industrial. What's the sector? Are you sure? Or what's a dream? A dream is not what you have when you sleep, it's what takes away your sleep. So if you have something that can take away your sleep, that keeps you burning candle every day, then you have a vision. Look at the greatest people in the world, around the world, are those guys that took away sleep, knew how to control sleep. They burned the midnight candles. Those are the guys that had a vision and a dream. So if you have a dream, it would materialize to something driving you. Okay, so, alright, so the way forward, very quickly, the right soil matters. Are you the right soil? Can we plant this seed? I have taken out time, I'm taking out energy, dissipating so much so that you can see this. Are you the right soil? Is your heart going to receive it? Have you received it?
Yes.
Let me see how many people have received this. How many people have received it? Okay, thank you. So we have a lot of receivers in the house. So let me tell you, you are the right soil, and the right soil matters. For a seed to grow, you must be receptive. You must have the right environment. Okay, so what's your field? We defined our field. So many fields in the house. If I thumbs up with security in Nigeria, and thumbs up with security, right? You're not sure anymore. Because I'm just going to introduce you to that guy in charge of the program. Life is, okay, so we'll talk about time. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Time. What's time? Time is, life is measured in time. That's what we call lifetime, right? The SI unit of life is what? Time. So life is measured in time. That's what it's called lifetime. So what you do with your life is measured by what you do with your time. So how much you spend your time, how much you can harness your 24 hours. The same 24 hours you have with Bill Gates, the same 24 hours you have. And the same thing you do with your time. It's just what you do with your time that makes all the difference, right? Okay, so time flies. Say something to someone. Time flies. It has wings, it flies. Before you know it, you say, time has gone. They told me that time is almost up. I'm like, time flies. I thought I'd have finished by now. Time flies. So what can you do with the little time you have? Time flies. What's the time?
11:47.
11:47. Time flies. It was just 10 o'clock some few minutes ago. Alright, so life is short. Tell someone life is short. There is no time. So act now. Okay, alright, so time flies. We've talked about that. Race against time. So we're all running against time. Everybody's trying to beat the world record. Usain Bolt is saying, hey, what's the next big record I can beat? Maybe I can do 7 seconds, 100 meters in 7 seconds. Everybody's racing against time. Is that not true? Because for an athlete, you're looking at the time, the world time, and say, I'm going to beat that time. You have to beat the time. If there is no world record, you just run in vain. If nobody's saying how many seconds, you run in vain, right? So time flies because you're running against time. Okay, so on your mat, get ready, set, go. It's like a relay race. When you're running in a relay race, what happens? You hold the baton, but it's not the fastest guy that wins the race. It's the guy that has the baton and gets to the end of the finish line first that wins the race. Is that true? So you can be so fast that you forgot the baton and you got there before everyone. You won't overlap them twice. When you just get there, you'll be like, when you broke the world record. And it's where's the baton, you'll be like, the other guy's breaking it. When you come and maybe at the finish line. Can you win the race? You were fast, but you didn't win the race. So the guy that would win the race is the guy that holds the baton and finishes at the right time. So in a generation, your generation must be able to pass it to the next generation. This is what? This is called vision. This thing that you're seeing on the button is called a vision. So if you do not have a vision, what do you want to pass to your children? What do you want to pass to the next generation? Remember, your children are not people that you give back to, but the people that you can hand over a future to. Those are your children. Can we appreciate her? She's a mother. Because she might not be your biological mother, but I think you're all her children. Is that not true? Because she's passing something to you. It's a baton. Okay, so every generation is a link to the next. You are the link to the next. If you fail, you will not be able to connect to the next generation. Say to yourself, I will not fail.
I will not fail.
I will connect my generation to the next. Okay, so we're not going to mind because we're not minding because this generation we didn't have a pattern. Probably your parents didn't give you a pattern to run with. They didn't give you a vision to run with. You don't know why you're studying medicine because you actually want to be a singer. You don't know why you're studying arts because you can't run. You want to be an athlete. You want to play football. You're in the wrong place. You look like it's like the wrong time because you don't have a compelling vision. But hey, you can think to yourself and say, this is the time for me to dream. It's never too late to dream because every night comes and you can wake up the next morning and dream. It's never too late to dream. Say to yourself, it's never too late to dream. Tap your neighbor, slam them a high five and say, it's never too late to dream. So wake up. Alright, so relay race, put it to the next level, quickly. Past, present and future. Those who look at this, those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. John F. Kennedy. He said those people who just look at the past, you just look at the past. What is wrong with you? I failed yesterday. I'm failing today. I will be a failure tomorrow. No! Your past and your present is different from your future. Why? Because you have lost the past. You are in the present. What you do with your present will determine what happens in the future, right? So take over your present and now let's see what the future holds. Is that true? So you can actually take ownership of your future. And that's the gift. I will deliver the future. Say it. I will deliver the future. I will deliver the future. We are not saying it like a pregnant woman. A pregnant woman goes to the labor room and she's on the bed and she's not saying, I will deliver. No, I will deliver this baby. After 9 months. I don't know how long you've been pregnant for. Maybe just today. The conception took place today. But you're going to be pregnant. Say, I will be pregnant. The guys are like looking at themselves like, I'm not sure about that. But you're going to be pregnant with vision to deliver. So if you must deliver the future, you must be able to birth something new that the world has not seen. The world has seen Wole Soyinka, the world has seen Fashola, but they've not seen you. Who are you? Somebody I'll call your excellency in this place. Who is that person? Yeah, we have to see you. So that when you say the next 10 years, I was in the room one day and some guy came to, okay, you won't say some guy, because probably we'll be around the same area at that time. It's that guy. Okay, so, alright, so very quickly, I have to rush now because there's no time. We're survived by, people say you're survived by what? What will people remember after you've gone? They put you in the grave. And oh my God, what do they remember you for? The guy was a very good guy. If that's all they can remember you for, man, that is not a very good story. Well, because all they remember you for is what was just a nice guy. That guy's very nice. No impact, sorry. Okay, what remembered by problems you create or what you remembered by or problems that you help to solve. Can you solve a problem? Yes. Can you solve a problem? Yes. Can you solve all the problems? Yes. Maybe not. But can you solve a problem? Yes. Yes, right? So you must be remembered by your problem you solved, not about the problems that you created. Okay, so your choices and your words and your actions. Regret is tomorrow's recognition of the opportunity we missed today. So what you regret is like, man, you're regretting. It's like you're already saying that tomorrow is not going to be good. No, don't regret. Yesterday's gone. Today, take over today and let's see what the future holds. Okay, rejoice is tomorrow's reward for the opportunity we seize today. So what you do today is what you will rejoice over tomorrow. Is that true? Yeah. Okay, so very quickly, I will not probably be able to do this, but I'll do it as fast as I can. Can you give me 5 minutes more? 5 minutes more. Can we give 5 minutes? Yes. Can you give me your best 5 minutes? Can you give me your best 5 minutes? Yes. Can we stand up? Some people are so man, this cold has entered my body. Please sit down. Let's stand up again. You see the difference? The same thing that you did first, you did the second time and you say, oh no. I'm going to teach you a lesson from that. The person who discovered this electricity, how many times did he do it? 99. Nope. I'm going to read the story. He did it over almost 10,000 times. Before he understood 10,000 ways not to do it. Different formulas that didn't work. But one worked. So if you do this several times and it doesn't work, sit down. We're going to do this 10,000 times. Alright, stay seated. Alright, so are we together 5 minutes and we get it done, right? This is the most important thing today. What you do after now. Are you ready? Okay, alright, so the things that we lack in Nigeria, we talked about values. So to create an impact, you have to understand the values. What are the things that why do you need to show something on the road? Why? What's it? Oh, you don't show something on the road because you don't know that. Yeah, that's explainable. But if you don't even know the woman, you don't even know them. Nobody's watching you. I mean, when you're traveling on the express, sometimes you're just forced to throw something out. It's express. But hey, if 1 million people do that, and that's in the spot, what happens? It's going to be a heap. Right? And you see those people in that area that did. But remember one day you're passing there and you do something. Okay, so the values that will keep you from doing things wrongly are the things you need to go up there. So it's not about leadership. Nigeria's problem is not about leadership. No, that's not Nigeria's problem. Nigeria's problem is good leaders. People who can be outstanding. We don't have very few. People are looking for money, but we need values to keep yourself. We're going to talk about values, okay? And you need to learn. The more you learn is more you what? Earn, right? The more you learn is more you earn, right? The more you read is more you lead. Is that true? I didn't say the more you go to school. Readers are leaders, right? Yeah. Okay, that got you. Okay, alright, so your values, very quickly, your values will determine your value. Okay? What you believe in. Why won't you do what you're doing? Why won't you disrespect an old woman? You're on the queue and someone is coming. She says, please, can I please? And everybody shouting, I'll go to the back. And you say, please, Mike, you can come in front of me. How many people have done that before? Yes. So why would you do that? Those are the values we're talking about. Okay. So very quickly, your values, your habits, your reputation, decisions you make, your actions, your habits, your lifestyle, your culture, results, reputation, brand. That is what makes you that I'm a very unique person. People respect me outside. It's not because of just your lifestyle. It's not because of your habits, not because of your actions. But everything you do, your decisions, the results you get, your reputation, the culture you have as a person is what makes you. And that's what makes you a very good brand out there. How many people, of course, we all respect some names out there. When you mention a name, just be like, that person, I love that person. Right? It's a brand, it's a good brand, and this is what makes a good brand. Okay, very quickly. Okay, so values. Everybody say values. 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 Okay, so these are the things that would add value to you. So the first value I want to introduce, say after me, make a positive impact. On everyone I meet, and everywhere I go. It's not a statement, it's a decision to make. That you're going to make a positive impact on everyone I meet and everywhere I go. I will make an impact. Say to yourself, I'll make an impact. Alright, so in Mushi, that was 2009. Some of us came together, about 9 group in its team group, and we said, okay, can we? Federal was like, let's transform Mushi, and we said, okay, we can do it. How many people do we need? 5,000 people. When can we do it? December 12, 2009, and we said, okay, we need a lot of painters, we need a lot of brushes, we need a lot of paints, we need a lot of this, blah, 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 blah. We all came together and we did it. We painted out 297 houses in one day. In one day, we had celebrities, we had didn't really came around, everybody was coming around to paint, just one stroke and they go. But one stroke in 2,000 places painted 297 houses in one day. Story buildings included. You can make a change. Say, I will make a change.
I will make a change.
And I will make an impact.
And I will make an impact.
Just for you here, how many people know about Femi Awolowo University? How many people are going there or want to go there? I know they have strike now, but just about Femi Awolowo University, I'm going to share my own personal experience. So a few years back, just came up with this idea. Hey guys, let's do it. But it's not just like an idea. It came out like an idea, but it now became a movement. So we came up with some crazy stuff. We said, guys, let's go out. Obafemi Awolowo University is known for student union. They are very strong. They believe that no, it's the student, the school must do this, the government must do this. If we don't do this, we are not going to do this. Oh, hey, I say, hey guys, let's think different. How many guys are going to think different? We had some like 6, 7 guys. Okay, no problem. Let's start meeting. So we started meeting and thinking about what to do. How can we do? So we looked at places that have never been painted before. There's in OAU. There's one road that's like 4 kilometers long from outside, to inside. We said let's paint all the curves from outside to inside, and let's do some things here and there. Painting. What do we need? We need a brush. How many people can buy a brush? Okay, I'll buy one brush, 150. Someone says I'll buy a bucket of things. I'll buy half. Will you partner with me? Yes, we'll buy half. A lot of people were saying I'll buy half, I'll buy half, I'll buy half, I'll buy half. Okay, so okay, no problem. Eventually, we came up with this project and we did it. We brought a few celebrities here and there. Infinity came, Benita came, and we said, okay, let's guys just paint. Steve Harris, let's just paint. Let's have fun and paint. We all painted. Then the vice chancellor came out and said, what? You guys paint in the school? Anytime I see students, I don't see them to create, I see them to destroy. He said, but because of what you guys are doing, we're going to make this even bigger and better. And eventually, the whole university came up and they donated about 1 million naira. Obafemi Awolowo University in Nigeria, they gave almost 1 million naira for a project for students to paint because they saw us doing something. It has never happened in the history. So things can change. Anytime I step into a university, if I want to step into the vice chancellor's office, I go there straight. Nobody stops me. It's a name. And that's what you can do. How many people are going to do that in their small way? Thank you. Alright, so very quickly. So, to mobilize resources from 5,000 people who also did that to paint mission, we did this. We painted, it was very nice. You see Agbero, before when we went there to go and tell them we are going to paint, they said, but eventually, he said, we go paint this place, go paint everywhere, white and black. Beggar paints gave us paint. We painted green, yellow, nice colors, sweet. Walnut colors, very cute colors. You choose your color for your house. That was lottery painting. Alright, so we did that eventually. Alright, so I've talked about this very quickly. So number 2 is to be a role model, worthy of emulation. To be a role model. So that I want to be a role model. Worthy of emulation. A role model is somebody that you look up. If I say who is your role model now, you hear someone say like Beyonce. You can't have Beyonce as a role model. What did Beyonce do for you? What did she do? Sorry? She can stay. Huh?
Charity events.
Charity events. She's making money, my brother. Alright, so have a role model you can emulate and say this person is changing lives, not just making money but changing lives. That's a good role model. I want to be a role model. Who wants to be a role model? Yes, I'm going to be a role model. Okay, very quickly. Be the hero, be the change. Selling has something like be the hero. You can apply for it if you want to do something really great. And Philosophy is going to, Gemstone is going to help you package all that thing. You can actually do a project and they'll support you, give you all the know-how. How to do it. Okay, very quickly, be the solution and not the problem to be solved. Okay, be a solution to the problems and not part of the problem to be solved. I want to say, I'm the solution to the problems. I'm not part of the problems to be solved. So when you go to Oshodi that time and you just stand in the middle of everything, you're part of the problem. Just took that picture. You're part of the problem because we see all those guys are part of the problem. But you solve the problem. But hey, you can stand out one day. Traffic is not. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm not saying what things you can do. But I've done that before. I just remember my suit one day. I was coming back. No, traffic must be controlled. There was nobody there, and everybody was brother head. You are stupid. No, don't do this. Somebody has to step into the shoes. Man, everybody cannot think the same. Everybody's right when it comes to traffic jam. So somebody stood there. So my friends, we just came down, we just said, hey guys, okay, move. And they respect, don't move that car, stay there. They'll be like, maybe this guy is my shop. Okay, we'll stay. But you solve the problem. You can also do the same in your school. Small little problems that you can solve. Okay, so be my best, and in all I do, particularly particularly the things you are naturally good at. What are you good at? Naturally good at. Some people can draw. Can you be the best in drawing? Can you be the best in photography? What are you good at? What are you naturally good at? Focus on things you're naturally good at. Convert it to something that can have market value and that can help people and make money from. That is life. Having a good life. Okay? Alright, so be the best. I said I will be the best. In things I'm naturally good at. Alright, so those are the values. Do the right thing at all times, regardless who's looking at me. Sometimes you might just think, when mommy is coming, you just look, I'm sweeping or I'm cleaning up. Or when someone's coming, you just try to pretend like you're doing something with it. It shouldn't be like that. Nobody has to look at you for you to perform better or less. Make sure that you're always doing the best at every point in time, regardless of who's looking at you. Are you promising to do that? Yeah. That value card is in your hand, and I'm sure you have all that. We're going to speed. Value time, we'll talk about time. How you can value time. You don't value time, you don't value your life. If you waste your time, you're wasting your life, because the SI unit of life is what? Time. Alright, so, okay. So, care. I want you to say care. Care. I will show respect through my words and my actions. Say that after me. I will show respect through my words and my actions.
I will show respect through my words and my actions.
Okay, number 8. I will consciously build a great legacy.
Consciously build a great legacy.
Starting now,
today,
and every day. Alright. Okay, so legacy is inspiring, impacting, and undeniable. You look at people who leave the legacy. You talk in South Africa, the guys who leave the legacy. Who? The first name that comes to your mind is Nelson Mandela. Every other person. That's legacy. So it's inspiring, impacting, and undeniable. Okay. Okay. Number 9. Live a life of integrity and honor.
Live it.
Say that after me. Live a life of integrity and honor. Okay. All right. Number 10, which is the last. Make your family, nation, and God proud. So you can't stop at God. You can't stop at God. If you make God proud and you don't make your nation and your family proud, is there a problem? There's a big problem. So you say, it's just me and God, you know. But hey, before you enter the church or before you step into God's presence, what you do, you tell somebody, God, you are asleep. Your head is upside down. Upside down. No, you can't do that. So you have to make your nation proud. You're not just respecting the church, you're respected everywhere you go. Is that possible? Yeah. Okay, so very quickly, Philadelphia has this, Gemstone has this vision to raise 1 million nation builders, and there's a whole lot of programs attached to it. Now, Speaker's Corner. Speaker's Corner has a vision to train about 1,000 speakers all over the country. All over the country. They are going to raise 1,000 speakers also. That are 1,000 people that are going to transform Nigeria. So in a multiple of 1,000, we have 1,000 speakers who are going to speak to 1,000 people. So I volunteer to speak to 1,000 people. That can work. And those 1,000 people are going to volunteer, or they're going to make a positive impact in Nigeria. In a ripple effect, we have 1 million people changing Nigeria. If you have 1 billion people thinking like you now, will Nigeria change? Yes. Will Nigeria change? Yes. That's the vision. Okay, see you at the top. Thank you very much.